your boy Six Man Don, and we are coming off the bench with the heat. Man, y'all already know. Week 1 is about to commence tomorrow. You already know. NFL is back, baby. That means tell all your girlfriends, tell all your wives, you can go do whatever the you want to do, all right? Because football's back, and we could give no man really gives a what you do when football season is around. I mean, like you can do whatever. I really don't care. Our Sundays are back occupied. Now it's time to get ready. Time to get you a 12-pack of beer. Call up the boys. Get the TVs ready. And get your mind right, because we're about to scream at the TV and let it dictate our happiness for until February, baby. Until February, okay? All right. So, man, you guys already know Week 1 is about to commence. The first most important game of the season is going to be the Baltimore Ravens versus Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I am a Steelers fan. So, with that being said, we're going to deep dive into, like, what the NFL... We're going to watch this little video, see what the NFL is talking about. And then, I'll let you guys know what I think. You know what I'm saying? You guys can comment below what you think, who you think is going to be the winner. But just to let y'all know, the NFL is back, baby.
Time for round 6 of Lamar versus Mahomes. Patrick, the reigning champ in the bout, has emerged victorious against Jackson 4 of the 5 tries after last year's playoff face-off.
Every single play, and let's find a way to get a win. Fires down the middle, back of the end zone. It's intercepted.
It's not just Mahomes and Jackson either. John Harbaugh, he's an Andy Reid apprentice. Mr. Nuggies is up 6-2.
Yeah.
We got to really give it to the Harbaugh brothers. Like, it's hard for family to be in the same career path as, like, being in the league together, but both of them are now head coaches of the NFL team. So shout out to the Harbaughs.
Yeah.
Well played, schedule guy. Kickoff 2024 with a modern-day classic. Baltimore, Kansas City has a rival feud feeling to it. But if Baltimore doesn't get back in the win column against them in this one, well, don't be shocked if the PA announcer blasts a certain Mr. Duckworth song.
And that was a good game.
You already know that. You see it.
Mustard on that beat, yo. This iteration of the
I think that the Ravens take an off season to go out and get this guy, where a lot of teams were questionable about Derek, didn't know if they were going to sign him, took their time signing him. I think this is the piece that Baltimore needs. They've already established themselves in the run game, so it's just they haven't established themselves in the run game just like that. But it's the fact that Lamar is there, so he adds that threat. But with Derrick Henry, now you're gonna open up the field, for a lot of play action, because even though he's in the older part of his career, he's still a threat. I mean, he's carried the Titans damn near his whole career. So for him to go to an offense that kind of is very premier, is going to be very different. Him having a mobile quarterback, most of his guys stay in the pocket. I think this is a good look for Henry. Me being a Steelers fan as well, I think this is a good look for Baltimore's offense. I really don't think Baltimore out of the AFC North has one of those strong these past couple of years, I really feel like Baltimore hasn't really had a strong offense. They've just had playmakers, which is Lamar, Mark Andrews, guys like that to really help them get over that hump. I think Derrick Henry is a great addition. Only thing we have to worry about, as you guys know, is injuries. But all right, let's go back to
the Baltimore Beef Squatch will feel different. Derrick Henry's debut in purple.
That is the king.
We've seen thunder and lightning storms before, but Kansas City's defense, notorious for not being great against the run, will be the first to face one powered by El Rey and Action Jackson.
There he is, Gale Sayers with the throwing arm.
Chiefs D, in theory, would much rather see Baltimore throw than run. Baltimore's O-line has some question marks after losing a couple starters. Kansas City's defensive strength, rushing the passer.
Drifts to the right, sets his feet, under pressure, hit, ball is loose, and Kansas City recovers the ball.
Now, with those three, I was just about to talk to this guy. I was just about to talk about this guy. All right, so with Baltimore's new O-line, you have to take into account, okay, first couple plays, they're going to have to get their momentum. These guys haven't played together, so you know what I'm saying. They got to get their momentum in. Seriously, but you know, everybody's like, oh, preseason. Preseason doesn't matter. Real game, it's on now. The season started, okay? With that being said, you're coming off Kansas City, who has an elite defense, and I think Chris Jones is, with Chris Jones being there, if he is there, he's going to really pressure Lamar. He's going to be able to get to Lamar. That's why I think Derrick Henry is such a good piece for them, especially this first game, because now we're going to have a chance. The Ravens are going to have a chance to kind of mix up their looks, give Kansas City something they've never seen before with Baltimore, just because they haven't really had a stud at the running back position. Gus Edwards, those guys were good runners for them last year, but the main runner was Lamar, which of course because he had the ball in his hand majority of the time. But I also think Chris Jones comes into this game and makes a big impact, because what you have to do is hold that line, because you want to not let Derrick Henry. You don't want to be fooled by those looks. You want to be able to know when it's play action. You want to be able to know when it's run up the middle with Henry. So I think Chris Jones is going to be a big factor for this Kansas City defense when they go against Baltimore.
Line will be hyper-focused on keeping Chris Jones at bay. The DT was as good as ever last year, got a big bag in the offseason.
I know you got to pay attention to me. Y'all gotta guard me.
KC has good edge rushers, too, to send after Lamar. The most dangerous, George Karlaftis, he hit double-digit sacks in his second year.
Don't cry. I'll let you cry with me.
When Jackson throws, it sets up more good mano-a-mano scuffles. Kansas City safety Justin Reed
Gotta come out with some fire
against Baltimore's Mark Andrews, still one of the best tight ends in the biz.
I will say, I think with Mark Andrews having the year that he had coming off injury, I think he beats this matchup. Just because Mark Andrews, great tight end. We didn't see much of him last year. That's why I think this game he comes out full blast. Him and Lamar are gonna have good chemistry. I mean, they always do, especially when he's healthy. So I feel like this game with Mark Andrews back, he's probably going to win this matchup versus Jay Reed.
Jackson will also look to wide receiver Zay Flowers. He had a great rookie year for them in 2023.
That's getting you hard. Mark. I said.
He should see a lot of cornerback Trent McDuffie. Comes off a first.
Yeah, let's be real here. McDuffie in that Super Bowl was unstoppable. We did not see Deebo Samuels. I do not see Zay Flowers having an outstanding game versus Trent McDuffie, just because he really shut down Deebo in that in that Super Bowl, man. I think the corners for Kansas City, I mean, they played phenomenal during that Super Bowl versus San Fran. So I really think Zay's not going to have a good game. I think he's going to get frustrated just because the cover is so good with these guys. These are really good DBs. I really don't see Zay Flowers having, I see him barely making 60 yards. And that's going to suck because he is the number one wide receiver. But I definitely will give Mark Andrews more receptions, more touches, just because Trent McDuffie, he's very underrated. He's a very great DB, and I feel like he definitely can stop the matchup with Zay Flowers. Even though Zay Flowers is young, he's fast, McDuffie just has more skill.
First team All-Pro season. He's their top corner now that L'Jarius Sneed is gone.
Yeah, the ball's out. Trent McDuffie.
Ravens have the firepower to make things tough on Kansas City's defense. Chiefs Empire's like, oh no, we still have a license to ill, right?
You gotta fight for your right.
Arguably,
Mahomes and the
best
Chiefs
tight
win the
end.
Super Bowl with an average offense at best. That's all the analysis you need at this point.
Makes everything different. I want to get 3, though.
The game is stacked with beef, though. Old Wendy's lady wouldn't have to ask about it.
I want more people watching.
Top one-on-one matchup, Travis Kelce against Baltimore safety Kyle Hamilton. If you're new to the Kelce playing football scene, he's really good at what he does.
Another hot take. Travis Kelce. Of course, he's gonna get over 80 yards. Kyle Hamilton stops him. All right, no touchdown for Travis Kelce this game. First game back. They're coming off a Super Bowl. Whenever a team comes off Super Bowl, they look ugly on that first. The offense kind of struggles when they first come back. I also think Andy Reid is going to use a lot of those younger guys when we get closer a little bit. When they get closer in the red zone, Travis Kelce is going to get you there, but scoring a touchdown. I probably wouldn't bet my money on Travis Kelce scoring a touchdown. At least 70 yards, but scoring a touchdown, I don't really think that's going to happen. Which the Baltimore Ravens have a great linebacker core as well. Even though they're saying Kyle Hamilton is going to be a good key matchup to watch, you still got Patrick Queen, which he is middle linebacker, but I could see him going up, stopping Travis, just because Pacheco. I could put my inside linebacker on Pacheco. He did have an outstanding year last year, but not to where I'm scared of him. Travis Kelce is more of a threat, so I'm going to keep my eyes on him at all times just because of the chemistry that him and Pat kind of have together. I would rather test out these other guys than leave Travis. So I would definitely put everybody in on Travis.
About us, baby. It's always about us.
Hamilton, first-team All-Pro safety in his second year, dominant 2023 in every way.
It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton will walk in for the touchdown.
Okay, every way but one. When Hamilton and Kelce faced off in the playoffs, Mr. Dead Poet Society got the upper hand.
Go all day, boys. Up day, boys. He can guard you. He can guard him.
How about the battle between Baltimore's cornerbacks, expected to be one of the best trios in the game this year, against KC's new wideout lineup? This is the debut of the 40-yard dash combine king record holder Xavier Worthy, who they picked up in the draft.
Patrick Mahomes has got to be happy with that speed and creativity
I'm an Alabama fan. I hate that kid.
that they're going to have offensively.
Adding Rice to any meal makes it better. Rashee rounds out the KC passing attack, went for almost 1,000 yards as a rookie.
Inside the 5, touchdown!
So match those three against these three. Rookie cornerback Nate Wiggins, Baltimore's first-round pick, who they have major expectations of. Marlon Humphreys, Brandon Stevens, both top-shelf cornerbacks.
Intercepted. Brandon Stevens.
Battle in the trenches will be A-plus material. Mahomes, one of the toughest quarterbacks to sack last year.
Also, a key matchup a key guy that they're not really talking about and who's really going to be their veteran on their wide receiver core is my boy Juju Smith-Schuster. He's coming back in the game. He's making his return to Kansas City, which, I'm not expecting him to have a go crazy game, but it is good to have that that veteran wide receiver there for easy checkdowns, easy throws. I think he will play a good enough role in this game only because you do have a second-year wide receiver with a rookie wide receiver. You're going to need a veteran in there, you know what I'm saying, just in case things get a little sticky with Travis. You got to have somebody to bail you out. I think Juju's going to be that guy who's going to bail Patrick Mahomes out. And in certain moments in this game, just, he's going to be your check down guy, okay?
Mahomes is going to run at 30-yard line. 25-20.
4 of his 5 protectors from last season are back.
Great drive.
He does have a new left tackle, though, who will do battle with Baltimore's outside linebacker. Dafe Owe, dangerous, hasn't lived up to expectations yet.
Oway.
And Kyle Van Noy, who dropped 9 signal callers last year.
This time it's by Kyle Van Noy.
Casey's guards and center also have Justin Madubuike to contend with, 13 sacks a season ago.
Hit and sack back at the 18.
I will say,
Chiefs
because them boys are part of the AFC North, you know how defense is in the AFC North. If you ain't got no strong D-line, you can't last in the AFC North. So I do see them guys getting at Patrick.
last weapon brings us to another good one-on-one.
You already know.
Baltimore's Roquan Smith.
We started this damn party. We tell you when it's over with.
Kansas City's Isaiah Pacheco, the Red Tasmanian Devil, 4.6 plus yards per carry each of his first 2 years in the league.
Inside the 5, bumped out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Smith, first-team All-Pro at linebacker last year,
Lit.
relentless and elite.
Lit.
You better get your ass down. I'm coming.
Final note, beating Kansas City at home with a frenzied crowd celebrating a Super Bowl win, not as tough as it sounds. Reminder, last year, Chiefs fell to Detroit in the exact same scenario.
I'm 0-2 against this big ass. Hopefully we can beat up again. Hey, for sure, bro.
So we're being treated to a 5-star matchup right out of the gate. Can't say your narrator of this preview is 5-star, just a bloke in a bag. I'm GPG, or Game Preview Guy if you're not into the whole brevity thing. Running back these previews with you for another season. Our panel of 10 is back too, which is the real reason you're here. Them, and to check out what others have to say about the game in the comments section. Happy 2024 NFL season.
Like I said, bench warmers, my boys and girls, if you're watching. We got Kansas City, 2 Baltimore's, Kansas City. All right, everybody's picking Kansas City by a landslide. This is a tough one for me. The reason why it's a tough one, you got Super Bowl champs coming back week 1, game 1 on Thursday night. Then you got the guys who got the short end of the stick when it came to playoff time. And, didn't have all the pieces together, which Mark Andrews, phenomenal piece for. I think their season was kind of weird due to injuries. Not really injuries, just due to not having Mark Andrews, which is a big part of your offense, especially if you have young guys as a receiving core. I think this is going to be a really, really tough game. And also, AFC North this year, about everybody except the Cincinnati Bengals has a hard schedule. Everybody, this schedule for the AFC North is going to be pretty difficult. So, a lot of people have to get their wins early instead of waiting until later on in the season. And the Super Bowl champs, they're still on a high. You know what I'm saying? They're still the world champs. They've done it all. They feel undefeated. They feel like they're the ones. They're coming off a high horse. I think they're still going to be drunk off that Super Bowl. So give me Ravens. I'll go William Grant with 23-21. Reason I say that, Baltimore, just like every other team in the AFC North, they know what this year means to make it to the playoffs. So with that being said, I think they're going to start off a great, because you always want to start off great. It helps you out when the middle of the season gets a little shaky. If you already got those W's, you have something to fall back on. And a lot of times the Ravens rest Lamar in the end of the season. So I see Baltimore coming in here, ready, prepared, ready to go. Like I said, the new addition with Derrick Henry. These guys are going to be the team to watch out for. I'm not talking AFC North leader just yet. We'll see. But like I said before, it's your boy 6-Man Don. You know how we coming off the bench with that. Y'all supposed to say it. Y'all supposed to say coming off the bench with that heat. All right, man. So, trust me, I'll be uploading every day, every week right now in football season. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you guys want me to do more videos like this, or prediction videos, or just reaction videos to certain sports events, or what's happening right now, I will be dropping college football as well. Just stay tuned. You guys know Steelers, Alabama, we all the way this year. All right, your boy 6-Man Don.